Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good afternoon to each and everyone. I am your reporter today, Mr. Norjihad Aragondo. The topic that I want to discuss at this moment is the continuation of the report of Mr. Al-Fatah, which is the philosophies of education. I think meaning of philosophy was already discussed to us by the reporter. So now, we will going to discuss the remaining topic from the philosophies of education. Let us talk first about the essentialism. When we say essentialism, it is an educational theory that believes that the purpose of schooling is to impart necessary knowledge, skills, and attitudes. It means this theory believes that the only purpose of education is to impart or how to achieve student necessary knowledge or information, skills, or the ability of a human to do something, and attitudes or person's behavior. And remember, at this theory rejects the impractical ideas in the subjects, for example, such as art and music. Why? Because essentialism is always based on reality. That's the reason why the theory of essentialism rejects the impractical ideas. Aims of essentialism in education. One of the aims or objectives of essentialism in education is to promote the intellectual growth of the individual. Meaning to say, it always concerns how to promote the intellectual growth or psychological development of an individual. Another one is to educate the competent person. It means essentialism also concerns how to educate the person for being competent or having the necessary ability, knowledge, and skills to do something successfully. Because a teacher is accountable for student learning. The next one is progressivism. When we say progressivism, it is a theory of education that is concerned with learning by doing and purports that children learn when pursuing their own interests and satisfying their own needs. Meaning to say, the progressivism is believes that the achievement of learning is through action. So, we will learn something by our doing. Without doing, there is no learning. For instance, to act is to learn. Maybe we are saying that knowledge without actualization is not a kind of learning. In addition, this philosophy emphasizes on how to do and not what to do. Progressivism and education. The role of teacher serves as a leader of group activities. Meaning to say, the teacher serves as a guide for students' interest in problem solving and always involves students in planning activities because according to the progressivism thought, the skills and tools of learning include the problem solving method. In addition, like for example, after the discussion in the classroom, the student can able to actual or apply the knowledge that was acquired during the discussion. Another one is realism. The theory that holds the existence of objects is real. It means it is always concerned with the existence of things. Like the scientists believe to see is to believe. It does not believe to the sightless or unseen. Realism and education. The method of teaching should change according to the requirement of the child. Meaning to say, it prefers subjects and activities which can prepare children for day-to-day living or always related on vocational knowledge. Another one, for acquiring knowledge is more on experiment. Why? Because this theory is advocates the methods of physical science. It does not believe in the existence of any absolute truth, meaning to say, real knowledge is obtained by analysis and experiencing sensations. It always looking the reality of life, that the realities of everyday life are true. The last one is pragmatism. According to Williams James, it is from the Greek word pragma, which means practice or action. Meaning to say, thought is always subordinate into action, or knowledge is basis on the activity. It was introduced by Charles Peirce in philosophy. Pragmatism and education. Education is continuous process. What does it mean? Meaning to say, learning is never-ending process because education goes on not only inside of the classroom. It is a continuous lifelong process going on from birth to the end of our life, beginning with learning from families, communities, schools, religious institutions, workplace, and etc. Another one, freedom and worth of the individual. Meaning to say, in the philosophy of pragmatism, education is not talk about the status of a person. If he or she is a poor, rich, physical disability, it is a free for all people. Another one, education as a social necessity. In pragmatism, one of the importance of education is stand as a social necessity and a society. Without education, one will not explore new ideas or one will not able to develop the world. Because without ideas, there is no creativity. Without creativity, there is no development of the nation. Another one, the work gives satisfaction and pleasure is practical and useful. Like for example, when the teacher is teaching mathematics, they might focus on teaching addition and subtraction by linking it to real-life situations such as shopping at the supermarket or scoring a game of football or basketball. That's all. Thank you for watching and wassalam.